Hello and welcome to Zandvoort. Back to 1967 as we wait for a practice session to move over to Quali. What should I say? Pretty happy with the current leaderboard. Looks like our Eagle with 400 horsepower has a little bit of advantage over the Brabhams with 310, 320-ish. But they are so much lighter. And it's gonna be a struggle in the race. Anyway, Quali is on. Nobody's really forced to quickly go out because if you crash, it's Quali over. And there is a good chance of crashing, so taking it slower. But I mean, Quali setup is on, so let's go for a bit of an installation lap. Hi Ankesh. Well, so basically, if you know Zandvoort, which you probably know, you will recognize turn 1. It used to be more banked than it's nowadays. Of course, you will recognize turn 2, turn 3, and it turns out turn 4 has been banked from the get-go. And then the same kind of nowadays flat out section that's not flat out in this car. Oh yes. Well, Jankish, it would be even better if I had a bit of a lighter car, but overpowered car is fun as well. So this corner is still the same as on new track, but then the track doesn't go right as nowadays, but it goes left. And then we have these crazy sections with almost flat out corners that don't have a wall but like a sand dune overgrown. And touch that and you're dead. Here it's kind of, you can touch it here. Even put a like tire on it because RF2 allows. And tire is very squishy. And then the last corner, tricky left braking zone. Into right apex and that's a lap. Now let's do 1 or 2 safe laps to be sure to have a lap time. .5 off my PB, but well, just gonna take it slow for the start. Hi Anson. It's not as scary as Monaco with the fast chicane, but it's still scary. Okay, it should be 23-0. Kind of racing line to put the rear on the grass there. What was that lag? Okay, coming for a PB, which is nice. And I'm dead. Oh, not dead yet. Lucky. How is this possible? Yeah, I have messed up my braking zone. Haven't practiced Quali enough. Ooh. I broke way too early in the first 2 laps, but I just got super lucky, super lucky, because in all crashes, even very low speed crashes, I lost at least a wheel. So no idea why I still have all 4 wheels, but because I have all 4 wheels, I'm allowed to slowly come back to the pit lane and escape, because if you press escape on track, by the rules, you are DNF from Quali. Yeah, there are many ways to die here indeed, although maybe a little less ways than at Monaco. I do have a 100% DNF record from the previous 2 races. Let's not impede Devin. The Brabham is so good around here. A little bit more space now on track, but anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. 22.6. Still possible to go quicker, but not much quicker. And as it was at Monaco, it should be here as well. The Eagle, or the Beagle as it's called in this mod, due to lack of licensing, should have a pretty solid raw pace for Quali, but then it requires almost 200 liters for the race, while the Brabham has, I don't know, 140, 30, 50, and first part of the race is very difficult to compete against. But if I pull away at the start, keep the lead, try to defend a bit, I do have 20 kph over speed. Wilco, it's I need to manually blip the throttle, but the clutch is not properly implemented in R Factor 2, so I don't need to clutch. Like, I can basically just rev match without clutching, and it's very how to say, very forgiving. As long as you just blip the throttle, the rear axle shouldn't lock up, and then it's, yeah, you just drive normally. But if you go too quickly on power when upshifting, it will just miss the gear and go full RPM and probably kill the engine. And that's especially critical at start, because you launch in first gear and then it takes ages to wait for the revs to drop into second. Today we have a teammate here with the number 2 Rafa liveried car, Mr. Ross McGregor. Although he has had maybe a bit of a lack of prep due to reasons, so he will not be going full push in Quali. So many people using that hill there on the left. It's maybe a bit too grippy, but oh well. These curbs are pretty epic as well. They are defending the sand dune from falling apart or something. Alright, let's try not to forget the braking point. Now way too sideways, but that's fine for Quali. I cannot complain about dirty air because there is no dirty air. I'll cool down a bit. Hi Raven. I got 4 seconds behind, so that's alright of a gap. Hi Joao, hi Tom. Yeah, this physics is really good. It's still RF2, right? So it's dancing around a little bit too much. I mean, with setup clicks you can make it very stable and very good. But then you lose a little bit of performance. Understeer. Nah, we'll sacrifice this lap as well. No need to go full crazy, full push. Yeah, my race setup is a lot more understeery, because otherwise with the... Okay, I'm gonna cut the grass. The correct RF2 fastest lap time setup means that basically the rear of the car disintegrates within 15 laps, but we have to do 90 laps today. And we are doing like they used to do back in the days, which is that plan A for strategy is 0 stop. and if you do a one-stopper you will be slower because it takes ages to refill and change tires. Love the wheel choice. Yeah, I mean, I would like a round wheel rim with a little bit of buttons, but no need to buy a wheel if I can just put this T500 RS wheel rim onto a semi-cube quick release. And you don't need many buttons for this car anyway. Marginal improvement. Ow. Just a little bit too much of the curb. I guess I'm gonna box. It's still R factor 2 when it comes to tires, you know, like it's when the pressures are low. I don't know which side of track to put my car on. When the pressures are low, the grip is just good. Ooh, nice dune riding. I messed up this corner in Quali a bit. I mean, on my best hot lap just before. And I'm patiently waiting for Devin to suddenly put together a 0.5 and absolutely destroy my lap. These pit boxes are a bit funny. Okay, so what is Devin doing? Invalidating. Yeah, he can... Yeah, well, optimal is not that good. He has 2 tenths in sector 1 and sector 2, but in sector 3 I have like 5 tenths on him because of the extra power. Well, it's 3 tenths here, but I think I have a bit of time in myself. Hi Liminal, hi Namesy. Yeah, I mean, it's really enjoyable. I mean, I say it every time, like, very different experience than normal sim racing. And I don't know, like, why isn't it like more people being interested in racing like this? I mean, okay, it's partly because this is R Factor 2. I know there is... Oh. One moment. We have Mr. Ross here.
Hello?
Hello, hello, hello. Can
Hi.
you hear me? Oh, great. Yeah, I had to remap the push to talk button.
Ah, no worries. How are you doing? You okay?
Alright, I mean, enjoying my pole position by seemingly 14 milliseconds, but let's see.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Yep. Also went...
Yeah, I
went-
crashed.
okay. I crashed as well, but for whatever reason I lost no tire into turn 1.
Right. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'll do 1 or 2 more runs now, let's see.
Yeah, I went out with race fuel just to do some race laps, and then I did. I came back in and then took fuel out, and then did like 2 laps. And the second lap I just spun out at the fast right-handers at the back end of the circuit, and I just couldn't catch it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've done like 0 low fuel running. So
Well, you're well prepped for a race at least.
yeah. Let's say yes.
I mean, I worry that my Quali muscle memory will impede my race feeling, but let's see.
Yeah, it's a long race.
Yep. Alright. I'm gonna leave a bit more space ahead. It's a fellow Scott voice indeed from Mr. McGregor. Right, I need to find a 10 for 2 at least. Okay. Still alive? His wheel is straight, wait. I don't have any damage, what? Okay. I'm getting quite lucky here. Two big offs. Still all tires attached. Yeah, welcome to gardening stream. Indeed. I guess the tires are fine. It wasn't too big of overheat. So let's keep pushing. Whew. Well, it was Code Brown moment 2 already in this same session. This curb again. Copy. So when I box 5 minutes 4:30, I will have time for 3 more attempts, I think. I will just box, take fresh tires, take less fuel, and hope for the best. escape. Let me take 7, maybe 9. I'm already getting the LMU muscle memory of wanting to manually take the new tire set, now that they adjusted it from automatic new tires to manual new tires. Oof. I guess now this is full push, because if you bin the car in Quali, it's Quali over, but I mean it's last lap anyway. But the race will be very different. I prefer this corner with downforce of modern cars, to be honest. And now that the tracks go away from the modern layout here, it's great fun, but just a little bit of front downforce would make it so nice. Because here the front is kind of pushing wide into the dune, and it's not great. Alright then. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, the reality of the racing from back in the days. Just that back in the day, you would keep pushing and maybe make a pole position lap. Or if you were particularly feeling, how to say, humanistic or whatever is the word, then you would park the car, help the guy, pull him out of the cockpit. Anyway, 2 attempts to go. What grip for the front. I expected a big snap. I expected a big snap, but the car just kept gripping. Alright. One last attempt. One. Ay, 3/10 lost. Well, full push. Tires are gone. Now my focus is gone. Okay, well, let's see what the Brabhams do. I will just gently bring it back home. 1 millisecond for Knops. Oof, is Devin still on a lap? This corner is quite fast.
Well done.
Is that
Nice. It looks like it. It looks like
one millisecond.
Yeah, I was going to say. A comfortable gap.
Oh yes. Oof. Yeah, I had 2 10s in that, but probably so did the Brabhams. Race setup loaded. Devin binned it on his attempt. Yeah, periodically correct. We are not looking at the hundreds and the thousands, right? But because I set the 22.6 first, I still get the pole, so give me that at least. Briefing time, right.
Do you leave it in third gear all the way around the back of the circuit?
Yeah, although I did put +1 click on third for Quali.
Ah, right.
Yeah, but we have to jump into the briefing in HRSC Discord now.
Cool.
First row.
Yeah, I've been
Second
there.
driver. Second driver.
Devin is more washed than Lewis Hamilton.
Well, I
Can we
did
restart
win it
the game
immediately.
briefing? So I want to quickly say, absolute killer performance on Quali, guys. Birds 1,000th of a second behind Yerne. And Reese and Jerry, if I saw that correctly, having the exact same Quali time. So yeah, thanks for the show, lads. Right. Formula B is still going on, so we've got a little bit of a breather. But yeah, I'll just get this over with quick so we can do some start practice and all that stuff as well. Welcome to round 3. Round 2, we didn't get any reports, so, thank you very much for making life easier. Round 3 is the Dutch Grand Prix at the Zandvoort Grand Prix circuit in the Netherlands. Schedule, we're already, mostly through it anyway. Starting procedures, as usual, is standing start, no formation lap. Lapping, once again, blue flag rules. I don't think in Monaco we had a lot of issues with that anymore. So that mostly seems to have sorted itself out. Nevertheless, watch... Basically, watch out, if you get blue flags. Sometimes they are also appearing way earlier, or well, way later than you would expect them when the other car's already sitting in your gearbox. So just also have a bit of a look in the mirrors, pay attention to your surroundings and just let the other car through. Make sure that you don't, impede people. Pit lane will not have a speed limit, but the drivers are required to safely enter and exit. So after the final corner, already orient yourself to the right and, carrying on with a broken car. Should a driver's car have severe damage to bodywork or suspension, you're allowed to get back to the pit lane and repair the damage. But if you lose a wheel, then you must immediately retire. Then the reserve car rule, which already has some stuff for this round. The car is counted as critically damaged and needing to be rebuilt if 2 or more tires are missing, or 1 tire of the rear axle and the engine is broken.
Is this a bit more readable?
Exceptions to this at this point are the numbers 10, 21, 23, 27, 28, and 29, 3 of which are just the reserve cars. Then the only restrictions we have this time are that, actually, yeah, car number 4, so that would be Zido. He would have to drive the FA 2.8, so that doesn't come into account. Number 12, Mr. Dolan has to drive the Lotus 49 instead of the 43, which, heart-wrecking because how good can 8 cylinders be compared to 16? And number 18, that would be Riley, who's also not here and would have to drive in the P83. Disconnect rule. You guys know the entire jazz now anyway, with, you can keep going if you did disconnect and stuff, but you will lose a lap, obviously. You will have the car in the state that it was in when you disconnected. Orange zone. Entire lap for lap 1, as usual, but also the run after turn 3 out of Hunsrück, basically up to Scheveluck, through Jan de Wijkerzieveld, or however the fuck you say this. I'm far not drunk enough to be speaking Dutch. But yeah, that basically is for the entire race, simply because it's very high speed, it's very narrow, and it's very deadly. Are there any questions?
Yes.
Yeah, what is it?
Considering that the Brabham team gets new cars next round, doesn't that make them exempt to the alternative car crashing rule thing as well for this round?
No, not for this round, because if Zido was racing here today, he would have to race in the EFF2.
That's what you mean. Okay, but
Yeah,
if we crash this round, we still get the BT24 next round.
Yeah.
Okay, just to have
Also, if you guys crash this round to the privateer Brabham entries, because I'm already seeing our resident BT20 pleb here, if the Brabham guys trash the car completely, don't worry, you will still get your new car next round.
Well, then what's the point in crashing?
Another question.
Yes?
Can the orange zone repercussions be repeated?
Repercussions for Orange Zone are basically if any incident is occurring there, you cause a collision or you cause a big accident, the penalties are doubled. So make sure that you stay clean there, especially in this section. There's no point in trying to go like too wide or something. There's huge curbs on each apex, and there's literally a hill in that final right hand of the Orange Zone. So just keep it clean, keep it safe, and yeah, watch the yellow flags as well. Any other questions?
I do also have another question.
Yep.
It's still this what Devin asked about the upgraded car. Like even for us people with Cooper,
Yes.
if we crash out,
For the
we still get the new
Coopers,
car.
for the Coopers, it'll be the same situation. If it was only an engine upgrade, you would still lose the car for the next round. But since you are getting an entirely new car, so the T81B is a complete overhaul, a completely new chassis and everything. The same goes for the BRM guys as well, by the way, from like round 5 to round 6. In the next round after that, you're getting a completely new car, so the reserve car rule will not be triggered at that point. Don't use that as an excuse to become Daniel Kvyat and just shoot it down the inside of 9 cars, though, please.
Duly noted.
Right, perfect. Any other questions?
How many minutes do we have left on the warm-up?
They're just entering the final lap just now, so I'll just dismiss you now, and you can keep going. I will announce in the chat when we're switching over to the next session.
All right, so time for personal pit stop. Cool.
Yes. Pit stop? Oh, yeah, pissing. No, don't worry about it.
If you see hail bales blocking the pit roads, just drive through them. They're non-collidable, normally in warm-up.
Yeah. They're basically just there for the race session, so you don't have people just driving through the thing. Anything else? I think not. Perfect. Then all of you are dismissed. Have fun and toodles.
Bye forever.
Good luck.
Have a good one.
Right.
luck,
good
everyone.
luck,
Everyone.
And have fun.
Devin with the bye forever, of course. Not looking forward to his crazy pace. Right. Well, Revan, I tried to say before, it's 26 FOV that I use everywhere in RF2 and LMU, but of course that plus camera position or seat position. Okay. Well, time to double check how the start goes. Oh, this thing is... Can I... I'm gonna get decapitated, right? Yep. Alright, let's keep moving. That's the hay bales they talked about. Thank you, Raven. Well, one more practice launch. It's a long shift. The car feels so much different on the full tank. A lot more understeer, but I need that to stabilize the wear balance. I don't know how overtaking works around here, to be honest. It's just like... It's difficult to survive alone, you know. The main straight obviously is a good spot, but these curves here are... oof. But on the straight, of course, V12, let's go. DRS, oh well. Well, honestly, I think we have the best engine around here. That car is heavy. And it needs more fuel than, let's say, the Brabham. So at Monaco, two Brabhams just launched straight past me at the start. I don't know if there is any theoretical chance of me safely defending the lead. Ooh, wow, that's a suspension lying. This is a viable line, but then it can kick you out onto the dune. I don't know how to pronounce. I am just worried that I will forget about breaking point into turn 1 once. Uh-oh. Not a great lag. The way to save the rear is to kind of go crazy on the wheel input, but then the front is dying. Yeah, that's not a great racing line. Yeah, the plan A for today is to survive. If I survive, the podium should be the most likely scenario, as the pace is kind of fine in the long run. I guess we are moving to race pretty soon now. When 12 minutes. Ow. Nobody saw that. I mean, we can escape in warm-up and practice. Yeah, Namesy, it's 100% DNF rate. I mean, for the first round it wasn't fully my fault. But for the second round... Well, for the second round it was 50% my fault and 50% the curb fault, so... But yeah. Let's see what happens today. I think it's important for me to just like put finishing the race as priority number 1 and then defeating the Brabhams as priority number 2. I think I was about to start catching the P2 Brabham at Monaco some weeks ago, and then I just pushed too much or like forgot about all the limits of the track, and I survived all the chicanes, but I did not survive a very small curb at low speed. Yeah, don't touch the dune. Actually, let me double check where is the grid even, and if I need a third gear for the start. So grid is supposedly here. Nobody behind, alright. Yeah, staying in second is better. ...20 seconds to go.
Okay, nearly time.
Nearly time
luck.
indeed. Yeah, good luck. Survive, enjoy.
Yeah, in that order.
Yeah, yeah.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
90 laps of
I'm going to set
madness.
up the pit strategy. Just in case.
Just in case, yeah. Yeah, fuel is correct. The NA, I don't know
Are
why
you
that is
switching
the case.
auto clutch off for the start?
I'm not confident about it. I think there is great chance I stall, so I have not properly tested. So I think auto clutch on is not too bad either. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I'll switch it off and you know, let's see what happens. Maybe I'll get a good start.
Yeah, remember not to go to throttle in second gear too fast, as yeah you will lose the clutch.
Yeah, I did like 3 practice starts, and yeah, it's the third time I managed to change gear properly. So yes.
Yeah. All right. Good luck.
Yeah, best of luck.
Clutch, first gear. And into the apex, in the lead, beautiful. Alright, now defend. Ooh, the Ferrari. That's a solid lap 1. Whew. Yeah, yesterday I had orange juice with a bit of sparkling water. For today it's only water, non-sparkling. Although I don't know where to drink it. No space on track, and the main straight requires an upshift. I saw car off in turn 1. I'm really uncomfortable around here. Oh, now the slipstream. Ferrari is slightly weaker, but okay. I have good power. That's great. Looking good. I think Devin has the most pace now, but because he has big lack of power with the Brabham, he's stuck. Let's see if he can slipstream and dive for P2. Yeah, I need to chill for sure, otherwise the rear tires will die. And then the more fuel that we burn, the better it's looking. Just need to gain a bit of confidence around these corners here. But it's always good to have the most top speed. A bit of sparks flying, if you saw in the mirror, into turn 1, quite close to the ground, with the right height. That was solid. Oh, Devin got Nico. touch the grass. Now let's see the power. The BOP is funny here. No, don't do it. Devin! Where is he? Oh dear. Slipstream and 80 horsepower extra. Is he gonna stop? Ah, I cannot. He sent it around the outside, barely stopped. But it's all about I can do to defend. He's just so light that he can really break 40-50 meters later. But I'm not losing too much time, I think, per lap. Which is good for now. Hi Pedro. Yeah, we are like 10th apart. That's better than at Monaco. I just wonder how much of tire saving he's doing. I mean, I have set my gear ratios in a way that it restricts me from putting whole power down anyway, because the rear overheating was a big problem in practice. I keep braking too early into the last corner, but in the practice I have binned it there so many times with a big rear snap, so I'm pretty scared now. .24.9 for Devin. Yeah, I don't think I can do that for now. I think I'm over pushing a bit. I need to do what I said before. Number one priority is to survive. And then with more equal weight towards the end of the race, I should maybe have a chance towards the end. That bend is probably flat out. But one mistake and you are 10 meters in the air. No. No. Please. Thank you. Exactly the thing that I said that was gonna happen happened. But I didn't lose a tire, I didn't lose engine for some reason. That's good, but Yeah, I have broken suspension. I don't know. I cannot, like, my brain cannot do this. My apologies, my dear chat. The moment I said I need to go slower, I caught it. Yeah, now I need to schedule the pit stop without binning it again. I think what it was that I tried to drink water and then the bottle got stuck, or like the glass got stuck. And then I mixed up the brake boards. I thought I braked early and then I realized I broke at the later one. Okay, well. Let me request pit. No change on the tires. Fuel should be not removable. And I will just repair all. And we'll try to see what happens in the next 76 laps. It's gonna be a long repair, right? Yeah, 95 seconds. I think I also hit the camera a bit. This car is making me question my whole career. I would be probably big DNF in real life as well. Just got super lucky with the crash. Yeah, I mean, I need to think about it because it happened 3 times in 3 races. Well, first time it was just a big tank slapper and then I got collected with a lapped car. But it was... yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I should have changed the rear tires anyway, as I'm in the pit already. Yeah, I will try to recover. I have a list of 5 excuses already here now in my head. And... oh, Ross goes ahead of me. My dear teammate in the Rafa car. So, I think my biggest problem now that I have to drink every 5 laps because I'm gonna get dehydrated if I don't, but there is no time to drink. Problem is as well that I have 0 cooling here apart from my fan, but then the only air that I'm getting is coming through the window and outside it's like 34 Celsius. So it's crazy hot in here, and then 1 kilowatt of PC performance going into the air as well. Which is nothing that should affect me, right? Because cockpits are hot in real life. But they do get more air at least, even if it's hot. Anyway, let's see what we can do from P15. I got another life for this race. I should have been DNF'd, but happily continuing from here. I really don't understand why these braking boards into turn 1 were such a big problem. Like, I did the same mistake several times in practice as well. Just mixing up 2 brake boards into turn 1. Makes no sense. Of all possible places to crash, it's turn 1 because I have mixed up braking boards. Okay, well, let's do some solid laps. Again, I was looking at 150 as the break point. I don't know, like, I never had 150 as the breaking point. But now suddenly I have to actively override my instinct every lap to brake earlier. Who would understand? Well, super happy to be alive with working engine. And only, what was it, 100 seconds lost. But it pains me that it happened so early in the race. The mistake, the miscalculation in the head. Yeah. 200, 175. I just need to say it aloud. Where to brake. Yeah, hopefully, I mean, top 5 is surely doable. Thank you. But again, survival is top 1 priority, and I was not doing what I said I should be doing. So yeah, now I will just take it a bit more safe. Just a bit. It's just the amount of focus needed for these races, it's so immense. But pretty important to have my car not crashed so I can use it for the next round, because it's gonna be very interesting, as it's gonna be mixed grid. It's gonna be... is it Spa next? I think it's Spa next. And it's gonna be both Formula B and Formula A grids mixed together. So if everybody shows up, it should be 45 car grid. Hi, Luke. Yeah, I need to practice the drinking, I don't know. I think what I need to do is push away the mic. Upshift to 4th, and then quickly go for the drink. But guys, this is, I think, if I say that the drink was the first cause of the chain of events that led to my crash, that's happened for the second time in my sim racing career now. The first one was, if some of you might remember, there was Le Mans 24 before Le Mans Virtual, and Team Redline were there with Max Verstappen. And it was a crazy fight, like they were doing They were leading for 5 laps or 4 laps, and we were leading for other 4 laps. Because I think the strategy was like a bit shuffled around because of brief code 80. And then after 4 hours or so, no, I think what happened was that I drove for like 5 hours, 4 hours, or like quite a long stint. Then teammates took over, then they binned it, and like the whole race went downwards anyway. Then I took over the car again, tried to go for a drink on the Mulsanne straight. Forgot to watch the monitor. Suddenly I was in the wall. Not the proudest moment of my career, but it's more excusable here with these cars. And obviously drink is not that important, but if you have to focus hard for 2 hours and you have literally 35 Celsius in your room and you're not used to those temperatures, then the focus part can be quickly gone. But alright, I think we have a battle going very soon. For P12. Nice curb. I have like that, what's it called? That's a move then, thank you. It's like a straw that you put into a generic bottle and then you squeeze together with teeth and suck the water or whatever drink there is. But it would look horrendous on my streams, I think. It would be funny to try it once. I don't have the grip, but thank you. Just gently on the inside. I think they both just trying to survive as well. If I go full helmet, I will DNF because I'm gonna pass out. Although I could have one of those racing suits with active cooling. Could have like a fridge or like a water pump that constantly pumps the cold water through the suit, through the helmet. That would be really nice. I can't believe how Devin keeps pumping these mid 25s. It's insane. I try to follow him safely. I mean, I think I had the pace to kind of stay with him, not falling too far. But man, for esports, if we have summer esports like this, and it's important races, I need to buy a portable air conditioning for my room. I realize it more and more. Some say. Alright, a big gap for P10. But they are doing 28, 27, 28. I can do 25.7, okay. Not too bad. This corner, it's the same even nowadays, like you carry speed in, feels understeer, it suddenly just rear snaps. And it's same behavior with 70 years, 60 year older cars on the old track. Very funny. Right, 70 seconds divided by 2 is 35 laps. Devin with 24.9. All good. The more I drive this, the more I wonder what kind of mentality you needed to drive this in real life. Obviously they were much slower, much more safe, but still. Lap times are consistent, that's good. Now seeing that Devon is doing 24/7 lap time, I don't know. When he overtook me, I should just like switch him off. Just fully focus on survival without any thought of potential of me coming back, and then I would be solid P2 and maybe have a chance in the end when the fuel wears off. I will learn eventually. I will survive a race without an incident. I will. Less than a minute to P10. We're having F1 Quali at the moment, right? I almost forgot about it. Was thinking of having F1 Quali like on secondary monitor or something, but there is no way to focus that hard. Like there is no remaining focus from driving this for F1 for watching the stream. thank you. Was that for unlapping or did I lap him? I don't even know. Should have added the actual race position to my relative. So that was unlapping, because now I have the blue flag. Yeah, I just didn't know if he was like P15 or if he's like P5, but he is like P5. I can brake later, but I just don't dare. Can still brake later. Car is going faster and faster now. Fuel is burning down. Tires are well managed. So soon 24s for me as well. There we go. Mission drink successfully completed. Ah, that's my fellow Ross. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm struggling big time here. I'm
What position
That's
are
it.
you?
7th.
I went rearwards into turn 1, somehow lost no tire but had to repair.
Yeah, I saw that. It's unlucky. Yeah, I'm thinking about retiring because I'm just like really sore.
Yeah,
In a lot of pain, so
of course.
it's yeah. After about like 20 laps, it was too much. So
Yeah. It really requires crazy amount of concentration.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not giving up. It's 1/3 of the race to go. No, 1/3 of the race gone, 2/3 to go. And we are catching top 10 fast. The issue is I have to unlap. So I just unlapped myself from Ross. So P6 is still a lap ahead. But I have a very decent pace, I think. Finally a good corner here. Devin in the lead with 24-4. Insane. I will do 24 as well though, but... Oh, okay. Right, well maybe that's not that insane. I mean, I did a good lap. But fuel is burning down. Rose DNF. Oh well. I hope you had some fun still. Rest well.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was good to drive. But yeah, I've never driven as long as that before this week, so it's bit too much for me, I think. But I tried.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. We'll get it next time, hopefully.
Yep, indeed.
Cheers, Jerry. Good luck.
Thank you. It's a yellow. Ooh. That was P4, P5. I think. Didn't quite follow, but well, that was a big oof. But we are into top 10. Let's not send it too hard. So Kirsten ahead, he's in the Eagle as well. Just one lap ahead. So I will not be able to easily drive around him. But slipstream is still good. Oh, what was that? I think I broke and my rear danced a little bit onto the grass. That was scary. Well, understood. I'll stay away from that hill or dune. Ah, thank you. Much appreciated. How are the tires? The rear are... Well, the wear is not bad. Just the balance front to rear is gonna be a bit of a struggle towards the end. But maybe I can just start loading the fronts a bit more. So this is now, I think, another unlapping for me. It's three very similar right-handers. If you don't concentrate enough, you can easily mix two of them up. He's in the Lotus, I think, which has good power as well. So I will have to work hard toward the overtake. I mean, I could scroll the HUD or like the MFD, but I literally have no time to do it, and my buttons are on the Stream Deck. And that's quite far. Ooh, nice catch. Now run away before blue flags strike. And that has been half of the race. Revan enjoyed that one. And the Porsche GT3 is now a very fun car, indeed. Too much tire temp. Need to cool down the left side before thermal deck starts piling up. Franik DNF. He's been struggling in the stock, whatever car is. The Formula EV or the other one. But he'll be getting the Devin's Brabham for the next round, as Devin and co get the newer Brabham. Spa will be crazy. Who is the gear? Had to lift again. Get it into third. Oh, there's a tire hanging in the air. Did you see that? Well, at least it's in the air, not like in the middle of chicane like at Monaco. Let's see if it's still there next lap. That's Dolan in the repair. I'm not sure what's flickering there in the cockpit, like some arms or something. I don't know. Something is flickering. Apart from my camera on the OBS as well, now and then. The tire is still in the air, but it's moving. Well, I guess we'll have a tire hanging in the air for the whole race, which is nice. That will be a blue flag for Dolan, I think. Yeah. And now it's for position for P6. If I don't hit those curbs. Oh, thank you. Starting to push my luck on the brakes into the last corner. Hi Tsari. 8 seconds and we are top 5. There's not much grip on the high line, you really need to take the apex. I mean, there is no progressive banking like it's nowadays. You really need to hit the apex. Long time no see indeed. Hope you're doing well. So much grip on the apex. Whoopsie. I hope there is no tire cliff at like 50% at the rear. Should be like 30. I don't want to find out. With better job at the rear, temperature managing. Not like that. Into P5. But now it gets trickier. So Hillebrand is doing same lap times as I, kind of. But he's been in for repairs as well, or what? Or maybe he just went for a one-stop strat. This rear slide matching Kirsten's pace now, no Kirsten's, Hillebrand's. But I need to be a second faster or something. Well, again, number one rule, survive. Dolan is pretty fast behind, but he has new tires, I think. He boxed. Oh, he binned it behind. Uh-oh. It was... this was a lag. Poof. I don't like that. Alright. Okay, he braked. That's scary. So those are the gaps. Hillebrand is having crazy pace. Will be very hard to catch him. I think he did the one-stop strat. Changed the rear tires maybe. Maybe not fuel, just tires. Because fuel takes forever. Hitting the curbs too much. Jim Clark come from behind podium. I mean, Jim Clark couldn't bin it like I did. But oh well. Wait, where is Hillebrand? Nico Bindit. Where is he? But yeah, I mean, this is crazy concentration required, so even if you drive slowly, a mistake can easily happen. I was just super lucky to beat it in a way that didn't damage the car, like didn't damage the tires. Just had to spend a minute and a half in the pits for small repairs. Yeah, Nico is out. Top 4 for us. 55 seconds to the podium. Well, let's see what Devin does. Like, he's pushing, he's going crazy. But what was the story with Senna at Monaco? That he stopped pushing, right? And then did the mistake. And that's the Quali racing line. All good. So that's 2/3 of the race gone. Kyle, it's just like, I don't know, just carnage all around. Obviously my pace hasn't been bad. But it wasn't top 5 pace, I think, yet. If it wasn't for 2 or 3 cars ahead beating it. Trane, it's SHH shifter, I think. Like 3D printed outside and kind of metal inside. It's, how they say, good bang for your buck. It's quite adjustable. It's sequential and H pattern at the same time. The Kirsten will be indeed hard to catch. Like, I'm over second quicker, but I need, what, second and a half? Even more. And then again, number one priority is not podium, but survival. Bert Knops. P2. P2 Brabham. Dead. From easy P2. Oof. Well, that's a podium. So who's next? Devin? Let's see if the mind punt continues. The rear is not gripping anymore. Yeah, I hope it's not me again. Gain 2 seconds and a half to Kirsten. I mean, at this rate, I'm gonna catch Kirsten. Yeah, survive. We are surviving. I mean, to be honest, P3, even without a crash, P3 is pretty good. .26 to Kirsten, and I'm gonna be 24.3. I mean, it's good enough of pace difference for him to start worrying, you know. Yeah, the rear is doing its own things now and then. Braking too much. It's indeed Devin the mastermind. Everyone thinks that Devin is just a dev for studio, and that MSG is the owner of everything, but in reality Devin controls everybody and everyone, and is the biggest mastermind behind the whole plan. No, don't take me seriously, but who knows? So Kirsten 26.0. 25 laps, 38 seconds. I need exactly 1.5. He's got some pace in hand. 25.5. And using a bit of excessive understeer, but better understeer than rear snap. Oh, uh-oh, it's that guy. That's not best. With this lagging, he should not really be on the server now. I think he was trying to rejoin a couple of times. Hopefully he breaks. Great, thank you. And he disconnects. And reconnect. Well, I've been calculating the laps to go wrongly. For some reason I was counting to 200. Yeah, it's just 12 to go. Oh dear. Yeah, no, I don't have 3 seconds per lap in my hand. probably a good thing that there is only 90 laps instead of 100. This is just such an unique experience. Like, people think they will get some adrenaline rush from 3-lap sprint races, that it's mostly there in the public lobbies, let's say on F1 official games, but try doing this at good pace for 2 hours. You need 2 days to get the adrenaline levels down again. Should be 10 to go, right? Yeah. Devin is only doing high 24s now. He's a second off, right? He lapped literally everyone. Actually, wait, it's him, then it's Kirsten and myself 1 lap down, and everybody else is either completely dead or very wounded. That's crazy. That's the highest attrition we have seen ever, I think. I don't think it's... I think we have done more difficult tracks in the past. Like with the 1954 cars as well. That the Zandvoort one was crazy, but more people survived. I don't have the confidence anymore to push. By the way, did you see that, what was it, Formula 2 pole position from Solo? Like it felt like he's racing R Factor 2. Every entry was very sideways. or like not sideways, but neutral steering. Even in high speed, he didn't really turn in. He just rotated on brakes or on coast and then turned in, and felt like as if I was watching Air Factor 2. Okay. The rear had enough as well here. Eight to go. Nah, I take it easy. I'm gonna start mixing up corners. And probably I have mild case of dehydration. And the funny thing is that even if you start lifting a lot, or like if you're super safe and in control, the car is still kind of on the limit, so you have to go seriously slow to be fully safe. But then you might as well just keep pushing. Hello CA. Well, you see here, basically P3. I got the pole by 1 millisecond. I defended the lead at the start. Was looking good for a couple of laps, but the Brabhams are just too good with their lightweight chassis. And well, a bit of lack of power for them, but you don't need much power at Zandvoort to be competitive. So Devin overtook me. It was a crazy good fight. He got the lead. Then I tried. Wow, it's the lagging guy again. Don't do that to me. And then I binned it into turn 1. I went for a drink. The drink got lodged a little bit, like it didn't go into the cup holder. Had to retry. I retried. When I looked at the braking boards, I mixed up too. So I broke at 150 instead of 200. Lost 15 places. Then everybody crashed as well, apart from P1 and P2 at the moment. But yeah, I mean, if it was a normal race, there would be 3 Brabhams, and they would all have half a second of race pace on me. So then I would be already quite happy with P3. But let alone having a big crash and then recovering back to P3. He disconnected again. Somebody prevent him please from rejoining. Like, this is not great. That can get tricky. I mean, there is not many cars on track anymore, but still, I wouldn't like to DNF and damage my car for the next round, because again, if I lose 2 tires or if I lose engine from a crash, then I don't have this car for the next round, but I have the slower spare car, and I wouldn't really like that. That tire is still hanging in the air. And here it joins again. I mean, he's actually gaining ground, right? The more laps he does, the better he will finish still. Devin is trying to lap me. Actually, if I give him the hope of lapping me twice, maybe he will push extra hard and bin it. But anyway, he will be lap ahead, so if that is last lap, it's too late for me. I mean, I don't know how the rules are. Like, if you DNF and nobody, like, if you're the only one on the lead lap and you DNF in the last lap, like, nobody can, like, I don't know. I don't see the reason for there being a rule that you don't win. Or actually, no, wait. Well, how does that work really? Because then the P2 guy will take the checkered flag. But he will... no, my brain is gone. My brain is absolutely gone. Let me just survive this. Yeah, like in lap limited situation, in that case I win, but in time limited situation he wins. Yeah, Kirsten is letting go as well, but yeah, I don't think that in any case I would have a chance. So Devin is now on his final lap, right? I can't believe it that it turns out that even with the big crash that I had, I only effectively lost one position. I think at some point the gap to Devin would have stabilized, but there would be no way for me to actually close it. Like we had matching pace in the end, but at the start he had surely half a second. Maybe 4/10. So this is it. That's it. Ooh. Oh, I'm absolutely done. Let me get a drink. Nothing better than a sip of 35 degrees hot water. Yeah, it was about survival. I survived. I mean, I crashed, but I think my 100% DNF rate is now only 66.6%. It's still 100% crash rate though. Well, I mean, Devon finished... Well, he was ahead of me, well, behind me, but he was ahead. I don't know. I'm super happy that finally I got some points. Devon did absolutely mad job with the pace. He kept pushing, he kept it on track. Most others DNF'd. And now we have still the good car for Spa for round 4 with joint grid between Formula A and Formula B, like they had F1 and F2 back in the day together on the grid. It's gonna be a mad round 4 with 2 classes. And we will still have the most powerful car. But let's see, like the long straights will be really good for our engine. But there is quite some long sweeping corners where the Brabham will still excel. Anyway, thank you guys, thank you chat for bearing with me. Let's inspect his gearbox. Oh, that's interesting. Very nice. Lovely to see all the details on the car. What am I doing? I look at my tires, how they appear, very worn. Not sure if that... I don't think it works for opponents. I don't think the game is tracking their wear. Like server is, but server is not communicating with all the clients, so his tires still look fresh. I'm done. Off to F1 qualifying highlights video. Thank you guys for sticking with me despite the crash. Actually, I have to show it, right? I have to show the crash. This is after crash. And this is the crash. Yeah, I mean, I did the race without a significant mistake, apart from this one, but this was not really a driver mistake. It was just, I mean, it was not an input mistake, it was just... I mean, it was, but like here I was taking the sip. Actually, I downshifted, or no, upshifted. I was taking the sip. I tried to put the glass bottle back in the cup holder. It didn't go into the cup holder, I tried again. It went into the cup holder. I moved the mic back to my face. And then I'm like, okay, the second board is for some reason the breaking point. Here it's the last point where I can still stop the car. Here I realize it. I mean... Could I have stopped the car because of the camber of the road, of the banking, as the server shuts off conveniently? Like if I went for just 2 downshifts, throw the front into the corner, maybe I would have gone off like around there, but maybe this... I don't know. I had a moment of full panic for sure. Maybe I could have survived. But you know what? If I kind of survived the entry but then lost it like later on in the corner, I would have gone like like that in the barrier and front left tire would be absolutely gone. But this way, I kept all the tires. Now I will quickly reload the replay because I want to see the actual crash, because that was inexplicable how my tires survived. I will need many hours to calm down after this. What a race. But looking forward to the Spa already. And while we're here, why not just quickly watch the start? Was super happy with the launch. Devin slept a bit. But then yeah, then I downshift. And then Bear the downshifts. Why am I saying downshift? Upshift. I had the shorter first. Upshift, he closes in, he upshifts. But he's too far. Somebody went... Wait, when did Bert go off? It was Bert. Not being adjusted to the double toe. Yeah, the grip just disappeared. That was lucky. Maybe check the fight as well. You wouldn't believe it. The lighter chassis around the outside. Yeah, just puts the power down. Off he goes. We did I tried to have a go again, right? But he can just brake so much later. But 1 meter later and he would be dead. Now that Brabham is crazy. Right, then let's just quickly check my crash. Right, so I panicked. I didn't downshift. Maybe the engine braking would have helped there a little bit. So the speed was 44 40 kph, hit into the barrier. That was the luckiest of the hits. Yeah, if you know how the damage is on these cars, this is super lucky. And then it was quite broken still, the steering wheel. But I survived. Okay. I mean, I kind of want to see all the DNFs. Maybe not all, just a couple. Ooh, okay. What corner is that? Ah, it's the left kink into that almost flat out right. Ah, that's the worst. Just misses this apex a little bit and then the off throttle understeer kicks. Doesn't take a lot. Poor Nico. Wow, that was a big flight. Then let's see where Baird lost it. Ah, that's my most hated corner. Ah, poor man. And it's just the worst because, like, you go here, at this moment, you still have a bit of hope. Here you still have hope. And at this point, you know, uh-oh. And then you just wait, and actually first Crash kept his tires alive, and then he cooked that barrier at very low speed. It wasn't that low, 80. Poor man. Quick check if Ross had a DNF or a crash, or if he just called it a day. Yeah, he did it in the survival instinct way. Yeah, he had a tough couple of days. And he figured out he cannot continue. Well, that's it. My brain is absolutely done. Guys, thank you so much for watching, for the likes, for the subs, for the comments. Have a nice afternoon. See you next time. Bye bye.